Well, welcome back, guys, to another episode on the AfterLife server. I'm really having a lot of fun here on the AfterLife server. It's Season 3, Episode 15, or 14? Yeah, 15, sorry. And yeah, we are starting things off in the Nether. I've built myself a little home here in this fortress. We're going to be building a fortress farm. Not here, but... well, actually... So, we have a few options. We can do this intersection here. This intersection there, that intersection there. They're all going to require a lot of slabbage, really. This was the best one I could find. I've already done a little bit of slabbing up there. It didn't take too long. But essentially, this is where we're going to be working out of this area here. I have netherite stuff in case I die. I have a totem because I don't want to die. I have a good amount of fire resist. It looks like I've been here, maybe. Hopefully we can get some stuff done. Anyways, I will see you guys in a cut real quick here, and we'll have my first update. All right, guys. So, oh man, hours. I mean, like, I literally mean hours. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look at all this. So there's some endermen around here. I didn't spawn proof the warp forest because the endermen are going to be a pretty negligible difference, and actually I think I missed a large portion over here, although actually I don't think so, because yeah, I have actually, if I do that, as you can see, we don't actually need to do all this over here. This here is the spawning sphere that we need to spawn proof, so all this warp forest is actually in here, but all of these significant biomes I've actually spawn proofed pretty well around here, and obviously the whole fortress is spawn proofed. And there we go, we just saw some guys spawn. Let's see, they all jump into there and then they fall all the way down. Now, something that I did that kind of changes the farm up a little bit, but it really just makes it nicer to use, is if we go down here, we have them fall all the way down to the bottom here on hay bales, so it actually takes 1-2 hits, right? But it means that we can reduce the amount of spawning space that we had to cover. And yeah, if we go back here and here, this is all the redstone axis. We can see we've got 6 wither skulls so far. We're gonna have to get 41 of each of these items for them to start filling up the system. So I figured I'd go AFK overnight with the circumstances that I'm in right now. Because it's the nether mob cap, we should be fine. And just set up an auto clicker to just do this over and over and over and over. One thing that I did think about is possibly going slightly lower, but I think 1 block shouldn't make a huge difference, if I'm honest. Yeah, I spent some time decorating this room. I kind of just, did what I thought would look cool. I used some lava. And then we need an ender chest right here. So yeah, this is the AFK room. I think I'm gonna move this to the quote center. It's a 4 block wide, but it feels like the center in this section. So yeah, then we have some stairs lining there and here. So this is the wither skull row, is that corner. We got coal, bones. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double chests of each thing. So it's actually 5 by 5, which is pretty nice. I have some junk in here. And yeah, I actually had like 7 beacons and I sold them all. And I have now some diamonds, and I have my most prized possession at this point, a netherite block, which, just when you look at, like, let's just place this down here. Actually, we're probably not going to keep it here, but such a beautiful block. Like, it's my favorite block in Minecraft. Unfortunately, it's super hard to get, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this game AFK for, I don't know, until the server resets, I guess. And it's about 10 p.m. now, so I think it resets at 2 a.m. for me, so it's 10 p.m. 11, 12, 1, 2. So that's about 4 hours of AFK. I don't know how much that'll get me, because currently you can see it's not that fast. But like I said, I think that has to do with the spawn proofing thing. So yeah, we're going to get this spectator on. I'm going to check it out, and we're going to do some more spawn proofing throughout the next couple episodes in this area. I'd like to get it finished though, because we have some other projects I'd like to move on to for today's episode. So yeah, I will see you guys in a sec. Alright, so this farm is definitely not running at full capacity quite yet, but yeah, guys, it's pumping out the skulls. Like, look at this. 20 wither skeleton skulls. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more beacons. And last time I checked, 6 beacons got us quite a good amount of diamonds there. And so if we go back here, I just want to remind you guys that that's not all that we got. Like, if we look in here, we also have the 41 here. So we actually got a lot more skulls than just those 20. And this was over the course of, I think, around 5 hours of just kind of off and on AFK. So I'd call it, like I said, 4 hours, like I said I would do. And really, like look at this. Like, we have, like, this is good for personal, like, use. And then we have, you know, all these bones for tree farm and stuff like that. So we actually have quite a bit of stuff that we can use. So actually, I wanted to go up here. We have a bit more. I think I'm going to make this a bit bigger of a room and make some sort of way to get out properly. Because yeah, this currently is, you know, how it is. But I'm going to show you guys why we're operating at a lower speed, and it's because of this biome here. The Endermen are spawning here pretty frequently. It's the only mob that can spawn there, but they spawn in an interesting way in this biome. I'm not going to get into the kind of mechanics of it, but I mean, if we look at our spawn sphere, it really, a huge portion of this warped forest is in this area. The Striders, I think, are peaceful mobs, so I don't think they'd count towards that mob cap. And I think there's definitely got to be, you know, there's stuff like this. Yeah, and there's just a lot of stuff we got to still spawn proof. But on the other hand, we have done a lot of spawn proofing, and the farm is pumping out the wither skellies pretty quickly. I wouldn't say it's at full capacity quite yet. I'm sure there's someone in the nether, maybe, although I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of this thing. We might have to name tag that guy. I'm not sure how that works anymore. But yeah, there's quite a lot to do in the nether over here still, before we get it to a pretty good functioning area. But like right now, like, look, we already have a few guys in here. It's kind of hard to spot the drops if they go in there or not, but you know, you can see them go through here. And the drop pervader, it's filling up. Plenty of coal, plenty of bones, and then hopefully some more skulls over time. Here's some more guys. I think I saw a skull there, but it's really hard to tell. And actually, if I really wanted to, we could take these 2 skulls down, and we'd have 22 skulls. Yeah, 22 in total, and that would get us still. Oh, would get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 beacons. So yeah, but I wanted to keep the 2 out here to show off a little bit. So yeah, then I have some piglin heads up there. I'm planning on what I'm doing is going to put 2 heads there, and then a head there, a head there, a head there, of different types of nether mobs. And then I think I'm also going to do obviously just the 2 wither skelly heads here. And I haven't had any issues AFKing here yet, so pretty happy with it. I'm definitely going to AFK here a lot more. There's a wither skull, I saw that one. So we're going to see one coming here soon. But yeah, as you can see, the dropper elevator. I don't think I'm going to go through the redstone with you guys. I think you've already kind of seen what's going on. But let's have a quick look. Back here, there's a drop pervader here, which just takes the output, like says, okay, there's items in here. Starts a little clock, which will make sure that items only go into this thing the right amount. And then we have a torch tower that goes all the way up to that hopper, and that hopper takes it across. Right, so let's have a look here. Yeah, there we go, 21 with a skull. So that means whoops, 3, 6, 7, so that means 7 for like perfectly beacons that we can do. So that's pretty cool. But now it's time that we go ahead and move on to another project. We've been in the nether here for quite some time. I think it's time that we move on. So if we go up here, this is our little exit. It's quite nice actually. And let's turn the rendering off here. We're going to make a better pathway to our farm soon, but for now I want to get out of the nether and I'm going to show you guys some really cool plans for our base. And in the distance you see an ominous structure. Alright, so this is pretty cool. I'm actually really proud of how this thing looks so far. Let's quickly grab some rockets. Now, what is this giant square? It kind of ruining the whole aesthetic, right? Well, this is the planning. And it's a massive square, like, oh man. So this is going to go directly down in a staircase down to the center point. And it's going to come out probably 3 or 4 more blocks and then go back up. And we're going to be building a octahedron, which is kind of like a double pyramid type thing. And so yeah, we're gonna be building it out of ready for it? Obsidian. What? I know. So the first things first, the reason why I'm picking obsidian is because it just is so like ominous and evil. That would be so cool to have. The second reason is, you know, it's kind of like it's definitely a flex, but like and the third reason is it's definitely a contrast to the bottom section, which is this prismarine structure. And so to make sense of it, because I didn't know actually how I'm going to say that's how this works, but to make sense of it, basically it's like an alien power source essentially that's powering this whole Atlantis structures around in the ocean, which is eventually the goal of this base. So yeah, we need to make an obsidian farm. That's where we're headed, and that's one of the reasons we built the wither skelly farms, because we need some withers, or just one really. But yeah, what I do want to do is I want to get a few things sorted out. Oops, I want to go ahead and design a little bit of a piglin bartering thing, because we're going to be using crying obsidian as making hieroglyphs in that there. And also for lighting, I'm planning on using beacons to light it up, so that is going to be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the creative testing world. Okay, so this system is actually pretty simple really. There's 2 little torches back here. There's these things, so all you gotta do is get a gold ingot. Whoops, gotta spill it right to get it anyways, and you just throw it there and I'll pick it up, right? Okay, now what you gotta do is get gold, and you want to have the gold in there, right? And then you do that. And now look at what we have. We have now that's a problem you got to deal with, so you got to make sure that there's no gaps, and that's what we're going to use this for here. Okay, now we have the consistency problem pretty much fixed. We have a hopper timer. Now hoppers transfer items at 2.5 items per second, so 2.5 times 6 is 15, so you just have 15 items going back and forth. And as you can see, every time this gets activated, it's almost perfect. We can cover this up, and now there's very little risk of this being broken. And now look at all this stuff we have. Now, something a lot of people have been saying is that hopper speed is not enough for these guys trading. Now, this is where my little inventive solution has become actually, I think, really good. And yeah, so just have these things on a clock, so it is noisy, but then we have these guys connected to the hopper clock over here. So again, it's all connected. We can, if we run off one clock, it means things are less laggy. Put some delay, and then boom, send them over here, then boom, send them over there. And you have packets of items where so it's less laggy. I mean, my inventory is full of all this stuff, but yeah, and this is just constant items, and we get items here. Then when these push over, we get a bunch of items fall down into this little hole. bunch of items to there, and then we just go ahead and do that. And then of course we have this here, and boom, pushes them all the way. And obviously these would be hoppers because, as you can see, they're lined up just on this side, so that's what the chest here is for. And yeah, this is all going to be activated by a clock because that way it's just going to be less of a hassle to build. And we get all sorts of goodies from these guys. We get crying obsidian, fire resists, fire charges, fire resist again. I mean, quartz, gravel, just all sorts of goodies. And yeah, basically all we got to do is we got to run off of this clock. And that isn't going to be actually that difficult. All we got to do is we got to take like an output from this redstone dust here. So, I mean, how hard can that be? Just boom, boom, right? There we go. They get the updates every time it's on and off. There we go. And they'll send into note block, which will give us one signal if we look closely. Yep. And yeah, then we can either, chain it, do whatever, or we can connect all this stuff up, and then we can probably just connect everything with this clock because it would just make it less of a issue. Right, guys, so built this thing up and is looking real nice. I'm actually really liking the way it looks. It just looked like a mass of redstone stuff, which is always beautiful in my mind. So yeah, guys, this was actually quite a simple. What happened? My mouse is acting up, guys, so might be getting a new one soon. So yeah, this here, like, this is just a hopper clock. It's stopped right now. Activates this stuff. This all just chains over to these pistons, which moves the items over, and these are always being dispensing items. We're gonna probably have to, well, actually, 3B, maybe not. We might have to push a carpet into their onto that. I think that's something we might have to do. Anyways, okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go over to the shopping district, and I went ahead and built up a beacon shop, and there's, yeah, I just wanted to showcase that to you guys, so I'll see you right over there. Alright, and two ginormous colored beams just kind of bringing people to the great beacon shop, and you may notice that this is where my wither row shop was. Well, I have some plans for that shop and the emerald shop. We're going to be combining those shops and a few other things together into a mega shop. So beacons, free wither skull with purchase, and those are in these things here. You can take whatever one you like. And as you can see, we have beacons, and they go for 20 diamonds per beacon, which I think is a fair price. Obviously, we have a nice ender chest down here, so we can be approved by ourselves. Looks like I left a box here, so we'll take that. And yeah, I really like the way it looks. It's kind of just an open shop, which I kind of like. And we have a little display case of 3 beacons that just show that this is definitely, we're not messing around. We can sell you beacons. You can get all the beacons you need. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some sort of cycling color thing. So we might do that eventually. So where every day in Minecraft it changes colors. So there's just random colors coming out. So I think I might do that in the future, but I just wanted to showcase that to you guys. But yeah, the episode is getting on as it is. So guys, it is that time once again. For the 15th time in a row, it is time to end yet another AfterLife SMP video. We're running into signs, and I cannot fly in F5 mode. Okay, there we go. Have a look at this beautiful server, guys. Go check out all the other members. Go watch videos. Play some Minecraft yourself. Stay safe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.